Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on today's video. We're going to start a new series called the eBay Report. Now, I've been selling on eBay for about 10 years, since 2015, mostly with comic books. I did sell a few things here and there that weren't, but about 98% of what I've sold over the last, maybe in that time has been comic books. But now I'm branching out. I've got a few other things like not so much video games. I don't really know too much about video games to resell them, and I prefer to collect them. But I've got comic books that I, would like to sort of buy some, sell some. I've got a lot of comic books, but I'm still focusing on that. I know a little bit more about comic books. And also just going to charity shops, Facebook Marketplace, just some of the things I've accrued over the years. I've got in the back shed, as you've seen in previous videos. So I want to start selling other stuff, see what we can do, see what money we can make, just as a little bit of a sort of bit of fun, bit of a challenge on the side. Now, I don't expect to make a lot of money out of it. I only just sort of come up with this idea for this series just the other day. So there's no going to be any huge figures to sort of get excited about. It's more of we've got to start somewhere. So we're going to start with the July 2024 eBay sales. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through all the things that I sold, and I think why I sold them. Now, I've been a little bit more active on eBay recently, just sort of maintaining the store, reducing prices on some of my items, like whether it's by $5, $2, $20, $50, setting out offers, updating photos, updating, descriptions, things like that, just sort of trying to get some more activity into the whole store. So it's pretty much worked. I've had a really good start to August, so obviously we won't see too much of the August stuff in this episode, but yeah, I want to show you what we've gone through, a few comic books, mostly things like that. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video. Now, I know I do a fair bit of variety on this channel. It's probably to the detriment, really, but this is me, Jules OKs. That's just what I do. Little thing, I get hooked on one thing, whether it's comic books, video games, art. You can see behind me, toys, horror, everything. So at the moment, I'm just sort of having a bit of fun, trying to sell some stuff. So I went to a charity shop the other day, or a few charity shops, picked up some DVDs, sold something already. So we're going to go through a little bit of that, and a few other things I've got ready to list over the coming sort of days. Now, I've also going to show you some of the tools I use to find out what comic books are sort of hot at the moment, or what is selling at the moment. So we're going to go through a bit of that, and hopefully, if anyone out there that's sort of thinking about getting onto the eBay sort of reselling thing, I can just give you my little sort of hints and tips about it. So stick around, subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you like this sort of side of content, and yeah, just hang around. We've got so much to do, so much variety, and yeah, if you like some variety and all this stuff behind you, then yeah, stick around. All right, let's get started. This is my main tool for keeping my eye on the comic book market. It's coverprice.com. I've got an annual subscription to this website, and it gives me the ability to look at what's popular, what's selling, the units, the prices. And also it gives you the option to have it to sort of categorize your own collection. So this is the top 10 for this week. You can sort of see Deadpool, Wolverine is really hot. And also Robert Downey Jr. is going to act as Doctor Doom, possibly in a multiverse sort of style movie. So you can see a lot of Doctor Doom books here going sort of crazy, and all the covers, all the classic ones there, and sort of you can see some Deadpool books down here too. Now that's that. So you got the hot comics on the left up here. So this is recent increases in sales and trends. So this sort of gives me sort of, a sort of an idea of what things are selling for. So you can sort of see this Uncanny X-Men 251, a raw find selling for about $35 US. And you can sort of see some of these other ones here, like a Miles Morales 9.8 CGC sold for $9.59 US. So I just have a look at this. I sort of see which ones I've got, which ones I could, if I've got that I could sell. So I've got this New Mutants 98 here. I want to hang on to my copy. And I've got this early Iron Man issue, but I love early old stuff, so I'll hang on to that. And especially this Spider-Man McFarlane, I'll hold on to that too. So there's not much there for me this week in terms of, what I've got to sell, but it just sort of gives me an idea of what's hot. So we've got that one there, plus we've also got the weekly movers. So this one here sort of gives you an idea more of the number of units that are sold. So you can sort of see the most popular sort of issue for this week was that Uncanny X-Men 251. And then you can sort of see the Doom covers here, sort of, also sort of dominating that sort of top of the list. So I've got this Secret Wars up here, number 10 from 1985. I had like maybe 8 copies of that. I've sold every one except for one. I've got 1 copy left. I was going to list it, but I think I might keep it. It's just a classic Doom cover by Mike Zeck, so I'll keep that one. You can sort of see some of the ones that are always on the list, like Secret Wars 8, you know, Spawn 1, you know, obviously New Mutants 98 is always on the there. And then as you go down the list, you know, Ultimate Fallout 4, Wolverine 1, the first appearance of the Punisher and Amazing Spider-Man 129. So there's just, that gives you a sort of idea of what's selling. So I'll have a quick look at that. And you can sort of see some of these other ones. They're just, you know, classic covers there, Amazing Spider-Man 300. And then also what I like to do is check out the Daily Shakers. So this is where this is the highest priced books that have sold on the day or over the last couple of days. And it just sort of, this is where I learn a lot about some of the comics that I've never seen before, such as some of these Golden Age books, you know. And just sort of, you know, the ability to look at the covers, and you can sort of see this Vault of Horror cover here. It's just insane, you know, like, look at that, you know, the guy's got his wife a coffin for Christmas and he's about to, you know, to chop her head off, you know. It's just unbelievably extreme book there. I just, you know, what a crazy cover. And yeah, and even down here you can sort of see this Archie book, another book I would absolutely love to own. You know, it's just a classic sort of, you know, innuendo sort of style cover. You know, crazy stuff. Look at this. Just, I love that cover. I think it's a bit out of my price range, you know. $3,000 for a CGC 6.5, but yeah, one of the sort of more expensive of the Archie run, sort of outside some of his first appearances in the early Pep Comics series there. So yeah, just it gives you a good idea, sort of see, you know, one of the highest selling books was this Daredevil one, CGC 7.5, sold for $8,000. So, and there was another Vault of Horror down here. This is another sort of crazy cover. You know, just to think that the kids were sort of, you know, going to the newsstands and just seeing this, you know, for sale. And this is pre-code, so the code is the Comics Code Authority. So this is when they sort of changed everything. So when they talk about pre-code horror, this is where they were just pushing the boundaries and just, you know, how extreme could they get? And you can sort of see that. Just, yeah, crazy stuff. And down here, there's another really beautiful Planet Comics. Like, I just love the Planet Comics run, if I can find it down here. There's a few Planet Comics there. There it is there, this one here. I just love this. I love the Planet Comics run. There's just amazing covers, and they're really expensive books. So, you know, so my aim is to get a Planet Comics issue eventually. So this one there, you can see a beautiful cover. I'm not sure if it says who the artist is, but yeah, so that's that. So yeah, this is just a way for me to keep an eye on a Golden Age book, get some on the list, things that I can sort of do on my sort of dream list there, and you can sort of, yeah, have a good look. So that's that done there. And the other sort of thing I look at is my brother's Facebook, eBay page. So I sort of see what sort of things he's sold and what he's listing, and that sort of, you know, he's got his finger on the pulse when it comes to comics, and you can sort of see, I saw this morning, look at that. He sold that this morning, Star Wars The Clone Wars 1. So this is the variant cover, so it was limited to 1,000 copies. He got a he submitted this himself and got a CGC 9.8, and he sold it this morning for 6,400 Australian dollars, which is about 3,200 pounds, or about maybe nearly $5,000 US, $4,500 US. So yeah, it's a big day for Paul, so congratulations. Hope you get paid for that, bro. And just to remind you, don't get excited about any of the sales. This is just a little bit of fun. We're going to grow things from here. So what we're going to do, we're going to start the last day of last month, because it sort of ties into one of the first sales of the month. So I'll put some of the books up here so you can sort of see which ones I've been selling. So the first book is Uncanny X-Men 304. So this is from 1993. So this is a hologram cover. A lot of this spec come out of the X-Men 97 animated series on Disney Plus, just around the end of this series and about who was going to star next. So, and if you're a 90s kid, you sort of remember some of these gimmick covers that they had. So X-Men 304, as you can see, has got a hologram cover with, who is the hologram? I can't see. Magneto maybe? Yeah, so, and these, I think people just have genuine nostalgia for some of these covers, and I know I do. So I sold this X-Men 304, $25. I charge $3.50 shipping. We'll get to the shipping another time. We'll just get through these comics at the moment. So, and that tied into the next one, which is X Factor 92. So this is the first Exodus, and it's a hologram cover. Now, I had 2 copies of it. I love Havoc. Havoc's on the hologram in this book, so this is probably the most you're ever going to get for it for $15. That's with shipping as well, $3.50 shipping. So it's not much, but it all adds up over the month. So they were both tied to the X-Men animated series, X-Men 97. Now the next book I've sold was this New Mutants 99. So this is an Australian price variant. So we'll probably touch on that a little bit through the series. So an Australian price variant was basically books that were priced for the Australian market. So they were exclusively for the newsstand, for the news agents, and they had a different price and they were very limited. So maybe like 2,000 or 3,000 copies. So there are people that collect these. And I've had this one up for quite a while. And I just gradually lowered the price. And then it ended up selling for $17, which is not much, but you know what? It's just sitting in my boxes down there. So I thought, you know what? Let's get rid of it. So that one sold for $17. Now the next one is X-Men 30 from 1994. Now this is the wedding of Scott Summers and Jean Grey. Again, this is where I got this one off of the key issues on Cover Price. They have like 300 pages of just random key issues that I just sort of go through sometimes, just seeing, have I got this book, what's it selling for? And I saw that this one was selling for like $20. It has a trading cards that are bound on the centerfold, so mine had that in it. And as you can see by the sale price, I sold it for $20. So that was just a comic that was just sitting in there, that was just fodder to me. So to get $20, I was very happy. Now the next one is Superman 75. So Superman 75 was one of the biggest books of the 1990s. It was all over the news. The death of Superman, Doomsday. This is the third print newsstand. Now this is a high grade book. I was going to send it to CGC numerous times. It just missed the cut. And in the end, CGC sort of, what's the word, I sort of lost interest in CGC a little bit. I still have a lot of books over there that I want to get graded with soon, but it costs a lot of money. But I just thought I'd sell this one. I stuck to the sort of fair market value of $35. I bought this when it came out. Yeah, so it's third print. It's in pretty good condition, nice black colour, so someone picked it up for a nice price. Now the next book is Uncanny X-Men 239. So this is from 1988. Now it features the first cover appearance of Mr. Sinister. So Mr. Sinister is always touted to be in the MCU or in the live action film. He never has. So his first appearance is in Uncanny X-Men 221, which is still quite a valuable comic. But this is his first cover appearance. Now I bought 2 copies of this. Both were near mint condition. I sold one for like maybe $65, $70. Obviously, since those prices back in the 2021 with the comic boom, all the collectible boom, things were up. So things have sort of settled down a bit now. I think times are pretty good for buying collectibles at the moment. So this one sold for $40. I gave free postage. Sometimes I sort of, depending on the size, the price of the item, I'll include free postage. So for this one I did. It was a really nice book. And that's good. I think that's a really nice cover. It sort of leads into the Inferno storyline as well. And the next one was this Shuri 2. Now this was a CGC graded book. So this is a 9.8. Now I had this on eBay for a long time, years, probably since the Black Panther movies. And Shuri and like Letitia Wright was like rumored to sort of have already signed for multiple movie deals. So I love this cover. I love photo covers. I love movie covers. So I've got this one graded. And I think she might have done something in the outside world that sort of turned the Disney and the Marvel people off. So I'm not sure how all the future movies are coming. Excuse me. But yeah, I got an offer for this for $140. And I had free postage on it. How funny is this? So I had free postage for Australian customers, and I had freight for international customers. So this went to New Zealand, which is probably Australia's closest neighbour if you're on the East Coast. And I had $50 as the postage, so it only cost me $38. So I did refund the customer, but therefore it didn't cost me anything to post. So really happy to sort of sell that one. I'm a bit of a hoarder. I love to keep stuff, so sometimes you just gotta let stuff go. So that was that Shuri 2. That's from 2019. It was a 1 in 10 variant, so nice. And there wasn't really any sort of activity. I looked on eBay. There's no real sale. I think there was a sale of a Raw for like $50. So maybe someone wanted it for his personal collection. And then we got the final item of the month, which is this Korg DS10 synthesizer. It's a Nintendo DS game. This was just the cartridge. Now I got this off Gary when I bought that massive Nintendo DS collection. I think I got 127 games. There's a video down below, Going Shopping at Gary's episode 2, if you want to check out all those DS games that I got. And I was just sort of trying all the games, seeing which ones I liked, which ones I wanted to get rid of. I did do an earlier sort of auction of some of the real, you know, the grubbier games like crosswords, Mahjong, things like that, puzzles. And I looked at this one, and it had a pretty decent sale price on it, you know. So I started at I think 45, ended up getting it down to 30. And I had $5 shipping on that one as well. And the customer that bought it messaged me saying thank you for packing it well, and it was one that he's really keen to own. So I knew someone would appreciate it, and that's what happened. So yeah, so I'm happy to get that one. So now I've really paid off that whole DS collection from just a couple of selling to some of the games. So that's the end of those of the eBay sales. That much, not too much, I know, but we're going to work slowly over the coming months, and we're going to see if we can up the ante a little bit. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you what I bought at the charity shop, a couple of things I got ready to list over the next couple of days on eBay. The first thing I got is this Nav Man. I got this as part of the Laserdisc collection. Now, over the last couple of days, I've installed the Nav Desk app or program, and I've updated it. So hopefully I can sell this. I don't know too much about how Nav Man works, because I think when I was trying to connect it to Bluetooth on my phone, you needed a passcode, so I'm not sure how it works. So anyway, this works. It actually logged on to the GPS yesterday when I tried it, so I think I might be able to get maybe $30 or $40 for it. I've got the cigarette charger, the USB, so hopefully we can get a few dollars for that. And then I went to a couple of charity shops up in Grafton the other day, and I picked up, I've been watching a few movies on videos on YouTube of people selling DVDs. So I thought, you know what, I'll buy some DVDs. I'll buy some for myself too, because I've got a massive DVD collection, Blu-ray. And I thought, you know, obviously people go for the box set. So this is what I bought. I paid $20 for all this. I've already sold a big box set of John Wayne movies, like 20 John Wayne movies. And we'll get to that next month, but I've got 2 Xbox 360 games that were loose. I got Call of Duty. See my finger? I washed the glass and it ripped. It snapped and then totally shredded my finger, so it's all stitched up. I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I got another one. It was so scratched I had to throw it out, but that one works. Now I've got a loose wallet I've got a wallet of loose games, so I'm going to add this to the wallet, and I'm going to eventually just sell the wallet on eBay and just see what I get for it. So I've got Modern Warfare 3. Now I've got this one, Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke, and I see that has a little bit of value, maybe $15. So that one, I hope you get some money for that one. I got this PC game for myself, Shogun, but I opened it up when I was in the shop thinking, oh yeah, the discs are in there, and then behind that, disc one was missing, and I'm like, you bastard, you know what I mean? So, you know, I like to get little PC games like that, so I was a bit devastated. And I did pick up another random PC game. I never heard of this one. It's called Star Lancer. So yeah, just something, you know, I like to pick up these sort of, DVD case games. I just had some toast. These DVD case games, just something funny about them for that time. And I picked up this other loose movie, not in the museum, that will just go in my loose case, which leads to another movie. You know, there was another Cheech and Chong. This was the dual pack, you know, Up in Smoke and Still Smoking. And then I thought it was in there. Then it was A Night in the Museum was in there. So I'm just like, yeah, this dude stung me a couple of times in this shop now. So these were only $1. So, but still, you know, now I've got 2 copies of Up in Smoke. You know, I guess one for my collection and one for the one to sell. And I've got a couple of real obscure horror movies. So this one here, Scarecrow Gone Wild. It looks like a B-grade sort of style horror movie. So this would be something that I'd like to watch and also keep. So it looks pretty wild. You can sort of see there. So that's that one. And then another horror movie which I'd never seen, it's called From the Writers of Poltergeist. So this is called Christine's House. So I've never seen that. This is more than one. I don't think these ones are very valuable. I bought these more for myself, just to sort of, you know, I like sort of watching, I don't know what the quality of the movie is, but I like to watch sort of sketchy sort of, you know, B-grade sort of stuff. So we'll check that one out. And I just need to make up $10 just to give the guy $10. I bought this Ryan Reynolds movie, Buried, so we'll check that one out. I've never seen that. Now this is one that I was really keen to get. I love breakdancing, you know, and as a kid growing up, I used to love breakdancing, and I still do. I still sort of think it's such a classic and iconic sort of scene from back in the 80s, I guess. So this is a 3-movie set. Now, I bought this more for myself, but when I looked at some sales, they're selling for like $45 this is. So, and fortunately, all the movies are in there. So my aim is to watch these first, and then we're going to try to sell that for the price. Now, I picked this other PC game, just Dual Crest 5. You know, this one's sealed, so I picked it up for $1. So we'll see if we can get $10 for it. And I got another 10 movie pack here, this War Black Ops movie set. I thought it might have had a bit of value, but it doesn't look like it's worth anything at all. So what I'm gonna do is probably put that into my DVD collection out the back, and then when I do little garage sales eventually, I can put like a couple of bucks and maybe get my money back. And same with this one too, this Alfred Hitchcock collection there. So I thought that maybe being Alfred Hitchcock, a collection of, I think it's 10 movies, you know, I thought maybe it might have a bit of value. I think I paid $4 for this one. So yeah, if I can get my money back on that, I might just list it up for like 15 and see what happens. I didn't think the John Wayne one would sell, and it sold within like 2 hours. So anyway, that's that for the next couple of days. We'll list up some of those things. We got the Navman to list up. I've got a couple of other odds. I want to go through a few. I got another computer piece over there, the SATA drive. I don't know if you remember from the last episode. And that's that. So that's the eBay report for July. Next month is August. I sold things straight on the 1st of August, and I've sold a couple of things even in the last couple of days. So I'm really happy with how things are going. We're going to keep listing, we're going to keep updating, we're going to keep going, we're going to keep cleaning, testing, and all that kind of stuff. So thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel before on your way out, and thank you very much for joining me. Have a good week, and we'll see you on the next video. Didn't work. Damn it.